Hello. Hello. Sorry about that. The connection issues. How are you? Please say hello and introduce yourself in the comments. My name is Rob. I'm from Scotland, but I'm living in Rome at the moment. Okay, so tell me what's your name and where are you? So I'm currently in Rome, and my name is Rob, R-O-B. So introduce yourself, please, so I know someone's there. Okay. Today we're talking about movies. Oh no, sorry, we're talking about cities and describing your city, talking about where you're from, and using some adjectives to describe where you live. So tell me your name and where you are, so then we know which city you're going to be talking about. So I'm from Edinburgh in Scotland, but I'm currently in Rome in Italy, of course. So say hello. Say hello. Say hello, say hello, say hello. Okay, I'm just going to wait a bit to see if anyone is here. Can you respond if you are watching? Okay. Okay, well let's start, and if you want to say hello, please write in the chat. Hey, Marina, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, Marina. How are you? Are you okay? How's your day? I don't think I can pronounce your city or town. Gioia del Colle, Gioia. Is that correct? Is it Gioia? Near Barry. Okay, I know Barry. My flatmate is from Barry, but I don't know Gioia, 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 Gioia de Colle. I feel like I'm getting closer. Anyway, good evening, Marina. So today we're talking about our cities. So I'll talk about Edinburgh in Scotland, which is my hometown, and you can talk about Gioia. And hello, Serena. And you can talk about Pescara, Serena, when you describe your cities. So hello, welcome Serena and Marina. So we're looking at describing what's in your city, what there is to do in your city, and what your city is like. So we'll look at some adjectives to describe cities. And then after that, we will also look at some superlatives to describe your cities. Okay. So to start with, so do you live in the city or the country? So Serena, you live in Pescara, but do you live in the center of Pescara or on the outskirts, or where do you live? And same for you, Marina. Is Gioia del Colle? Is this Hey, thank you, thank you, Marina. Is this in the city? Is this a city, or is it a town, or a village? Where do you live? So, question number one. So at the moment, I live in Rome, which is a city. And my hometown, Edinburgh, is also a city. Media-sized? Okay, cool, nice. It's polluted, but nice, I suppose. That's good. Careful there, Serena. It would be medium. Medium sized. It would be like a compound adjective. So city is medium sized. Yeah, exactly. But probably medium sized. And okay, you live with your friends. Oh, that's nice, in the center. It's always good living in the center. This is Pescara. And Marina, what about you? And also, what are some advantages in a city? What are the advantages of living in a city? So what are the advantages of living in a city? Okay, nice. Small and boring. Okay. Okay, no clubs for young people. Okay, so you don't enjoy Gioia del Colle. Okay, well, let's think about sort of the advantages. So, not specifically about your city, but cities in general. What are the advantages? So, like Pescara is near the sea, which is an advantage, but this is specific for your city. But generally, advantages for living in a city. So, for example, one advantage is you can take public transport everywhere. Okay. So Pescara is near Bari. Oh no, no, you're not. You're not from Pescara. Sorry, Marina. Okay, Bari's lovely. Nice. Yes. Um, okay, I'd like to visit Bari. I think. Um, but what about the general advantages of living in a city? Like exactly, yeah, fantastic city. Yeah, you have all the services like the supermarket, shopping malls, clothes shops, garages. It's all in the city, so it's very convenient, I suppose you could say. So it's very convenient to live in the city. What about any other advantages? Can you think of any other advantages? So yeah, you have all the services. It's very convenient. You have all the services. It's very convenient. I suppose like another advantage maybe there's more things to do. You can go to like the pubs or the clubs or the center. There's an open mind. Yeah. You have to be careful with that, Serena. Who you will offend. But yeah, maybe it's more open minded. Yeah. Um, Definitely, yes, all the services. The castle, okay. Okay. It's a cultural city, yeah, yeah. So yeah, this is question number 4 you're answering me. Let me see. Well, what about disadvantages? So disadvantages of living in a city. So general cities. Um, any disadvantages of living in a city? What do you think the disadvantages would be? Okay, nice. Gabriele D'Annunzio. Annunzio. Um, okay, cool. Cool. The poet. That's cool. Um, okay, so your city's famous for the house where he lives. Well, okay, like just before we talk about famous things, so disadvantages would maybe be lots of pollution. Um, it could be very crowded. Um, it's not as so beautiful. So maybe disadvantages of a city generally can be this. So barrier, polluted. It could be polluted and noisy. Exactly, Marina. So this is a disadvantage of a city, probably. And then, what's your city famous for? Serena's city is famous for Gabriele D'Annunzio, and where his house is. And Marina, you're saying your city is famous because uh, there's a castle built by Federico II. Okay. Well, let's look at some of these cities. Okay, I have 9 cities. Can you think of some superlative sentences about these cities? Okay. Um, so, for example, I could say, um, uh, city maintains that. Yeah, often things aren't organized. It's difficult to do things, or you have to wait for a long time. Or like traffic, lots of traffic as well, Serena. Exactly. So yeah, for example, look at these cities and what do you think? So, for example, I think London is the most expensive city in all of these cities. I think London is the most expensive. Mhm. Can you write some? Can you write some superlative sentences about these cities? Mhm. So look at the cities and maybe try and write some superlative sentences. Okay, lovely, yeah, lovely. New York is most dangerous. This is interesting. Um, yeah, yeah, maybe, yeah. Most dangerous now, maybe. It's okay, Serena. There is a short delay between when I speak and when you can listen. So it's okay. I understand. Don't worry. Don't worry. But yeah, so New York is the most dangerous city. That's interesting. Um, what else do you think? Another superlative. Yeah, yeah. So this is a comparative, so more dangerous than Barry when you compare two things. You could say Rome is more dangerous than Bari. And then a superlative, like Serena said, New York is the most dangerous. It's the top. So yeah, both are perfect sentences. Can you think of another sentence to describe these? Yeah, Milan is the most modern. Yeah, perfect. It's a good sentence. We're looking at, yeah, the most modern city in the world. Rome is the best city. Okay. So, what is better, Rome or Florence? I know I like Rome, Marina. I agree with Serena. I live in Rome, and I like Rome a lot. But you think Florence is better? Um, yeah, I think Rome is a fantastic city. Any other sentences you could make? Can we write another sentence? Yeah. Yeah, Italy is the most interesting country. I do like Italy. Um, I'm glad you guys agree now. It's good. Okay, so if we look at different types of transportation in our city, mhm, what kind of public transportation is there in your city? So let's do question one, okay? So, what kinds of public transportation are there in your city? So, I'm from Edinburgh. In Edinburgh, there's there's okay, yeah, Amsterdam's definitely exciting. Oops. Is that exciting? This mean you don't believe it? Okay, Pescara, there's buses and trams. Buses, just buses or taxis only. Only buses or taxis. Because Edinburgh, I think, is buses and trams and taxis. Yeah, not so many. Uh, Lots of walking, I think, in Edinburgh. In Pescara, do people walk often? Bus and taxi also in Barry or in Gioia. Gioia. Peoria. What about question number 2? What's the easiest way? The easiest way to travel around your city. So, like in Edinburgh, the easiest way to travel in Edinburgh is walking. I think definitely walking because it's a small city and you can walk very easily around Edinburgh. What about your city? What's the easiest way to travel um, around? Oh yeah, yeah. So to come from, yeah, to come from, I think um, probably better. Um, okay, by car and Pescara. So is Pescara is quite big? Is Pescara a big city? Medium sized. Medium sized city. Okay, so driving is the best, not train or walking. Okay, what about question number 3? What's the worst time of day to travel? I don't know if it's the same for all cities. But what's the best? Okay, so in Bari, bus or bike or walk. Okay, so it's better not cars, not with your car. Maybe with your Vespa. Is it good for the Vespa to go on your scooter? Scooter is a very convenient way of traveling. So what about question 3? When's the worst time of day? Okay. Notice the question is the worst time of day. So like 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 p.m. Like what's the worst time in the day? But summer definitely can be chaotic. So maybe like 4 o'clock in summer is the worst. So the worst time of day. So, for example, I think in Edinburgh, about 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock is very bad. Okay, nice, Marina. Okay, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock's quite late, I would have thought. But same, okay, both lunchtime, 12 o'clock. Okay, because usually, I don't know, in Edinburgh, people stay in their houses, or stay in their work at lunchtime. So they stay at work from 9 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. So usually in the afternoon, there's no traffic. But in Italy, it's more like 12 o'clock. It's lots of traffic. It's interesting. Yeah, so Pescara like lunchtime or 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we call this rush hour. So busy times um, for traffic. Rush hour. Okay. So usually, yeah, in the morning at like 8 a.m. and in the afternoon or evening at like 5 or 6. This is rush hour when it's very busy with traffic. Um, okay, and let's do the last question. Question 4. Question 4. Uh, is it usually quite cheap to travel or quite expensive? For example, in Scotland, in Edinburgh, the taxis are very, very expensive. So, what about for you? So, question 4: what's the cheapest and most expensive way to travel in your city? Yeah, bicycle definitely. So cheap. Um, yeah, cheap. Bicycle is probably the cheapest in every city, I think. I don't know. I just imagine every city bicycle is the cheapest. And yeah, definitely. Taxi is so expensive, always. Are very expensive. And by bus, yeah. Yeah, is gratis. Gratis is free. Maybe better. So it's free. It costs no money. Okay, well, we're going to look at some descriptive words. Yeah, cheapest is definitely foot, I think, or bicycle. We're going to look at some descriptive words. Okay. Can you match the words to their synonyms? Okay. So match the words that mean the same thing. Okay. So, for example, large and big, they have the same meaning for large and for big. What about the other ones? Large, big, exactly. Yeah, yeah. What about ancient? Notice pronunciation. Ancient, chunt, ancient. What do you think? Exactly, lovely. Yeah, so ancient and historical. Yeah, large and big. MC, perfect. And yeah, ancient, historical, touristy. What about touristy? It could be art, theater. There's maybe a better one. I think touristy is like could be crowded, but this is not perfect. But yeah, touristy and crowded. Usually, a touristy city is very crowded, but usually it's because it's crowded because it has lots of tourists. Mhm. But yeah, crowded, touristy, similar, not perfect, but yeah, yeah. So polluted, very dirty, would be polluted. Definitely, yeah, lovely. Serena, MC, polluted and very dirty. What about chaotic? Chaotic, yeah, yeah, chaotic. Um, Chaotic and very busy or noisy, definitely. They go together. So if something's very chaotic, then lots of people and also lots of noise. And then what about cultural? Cultural. Ah, yeah, yeah, Serena. So cultural, yeah, would be. It has lots of different sort of art, music, theaters. This would be a cultural city. And then expensive. Lots of money, 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 money. Yeah, expensive, not cheap, not cheap. Exactly, yeah, MC. So yeah, expensive, not cheap. And then the last one, lively, has to be yeah, full of activity. So lots of activity. Lively is quite positive, usually. So lively, if the city is lively, notice pronunciation lively. Okay. This is quite positive. It's a positive word, but chaotic is quite negative. Quite a negative word. Mhm. So yeah, lively. If you say a city is very lively, it's very good. It's nice. It's a nice word. It's very positive. If you say your city is very chaotic, it just means there's lots of noise. It's very busy. Maybe very lots of cars, lots of horns. Burp, burp. So not best organized, but just no. Lively is like lots of activities, lots of things to do. It's like lots of people and things to do would be lively. Hmm. Whereas chaotic is like lots of cars and lots of traffic and lots of noise. So yeah, it's just a different. Both mean lots of people, but lively is more positive. But chaotic is more negative. The meaning. So think about your city. And can you describe your city with these adjectives? So describe your city with these adjectives. So, for example, Edinburgh is very lively and crowded, very touristy, lots and lots and lots of tourists. And Edinburgh is also expensive, um, but also quite cultural. It's a cultural city, Edinburgh. What about your city? Can you describe your city? Okay, that's nice. That's positive. It's not expensive. Mhm. What else? Any other adjectives? Okay, nice. There you go. There's no life in winter. It's household activity. Okay, nice. That's good. A good description. It's very chaotic. Okay, I like that. And very cultural and lively. Not so big. Okay, I'd like to. Yeah, both sound lovely. I'd like to visit Pescara and Bari. Um, okay, guys, we're gonna finish now. Um, but thank you for listening, and have a good Easter. Okay, have a good Easter, and goodbye. 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 Okay. Have a good Easter.